right, welcome back, everybody. You know what time it is. It's time to take two and call us in the morning. Your favorite twin docs, Dr. I and Dr. J, are back with answers to some pregnancy and health questions this morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are we?
We're doing well, doing well.
So I took to social media yesterday and I said, send in your questions. And we had so many people send in pregnancy related, which is obviously your bread and butter. So we're like, okay, tis the season. So here we go. Let's rock and roll. True or false, when it comes to pregnancy, you carry differently with boys versus girls. I've heard this forever.
So
I have to guess. I'm going to say true.
So that one is actually false. That one is false. That is actually false. Now, there's this old wives' tale that says, I think if it's a boy, it's lower. If it's a girl, it's higher.
Yes.
I don't know. But
Yes.
It's an old wives' tale. So, but there are things that will determine how you carry, but it's not the gender. So a couple of things. First of all, your abdominal wall muscles, right? First pregnancy, they tend to be stronger. Subsequent pregnancies, not so much. So first pregnancy, you tend to look smaller and you tend to carry higher. Also the pelvic diaphragm, that's the pelvic muscle that holds the uterus and all that stuff up, right?
Yes.
First pregnancy, stronger. Second pregnancy, not so much. So you carry lower.
It's gone through some things.
It's gone through some stuff. So yes.
Yeah, it's had a moment. Yeah.
So you tend to carry lower and bigger in subsequent pregnancies, higher and smaller in first pregnancies.
Not the gender, just
Not the
what
gender,
your
not
body
the
has
gen-
gone through
what
previously.
your body's been through.
Interesting. Okay. True or false, if you deliver your first baby early, your second baby will be early too. True?
True-ish, yeah. You're at much higher risk for preterm delivery the second time if you had it the first time. And the increase in the risk is like 2.5 to 3-fold. So, I mean, it's quite a bit higher. And so what we normally tell people if you've had preterm labor in a previous pregnancy, get in to see us early because there are certain things we can do to sometimes detect whether or not you're at higher risk again. And if we detect it early, we can fix it. Sometimes it's as simple as putting a stitch in the cervix so the cervix can't open prematurely.
Yes.
Sometimes we give medications. Sometimes we treat infections. And even if we can't treat it, we can give you medication so that if you do deliver early, the baby doesn't have as many of the side effects of being delivered early. You can do things to make sure the lungs mature faster, blood vessels in the brain mature faster, brain matures faster, and so, yeah, you're at much higher risk. So history of preterm labor, get in and see your doctor ASAP.
Yeah. Always consult the experts. Okay,
Yeah.
true-ish. True or false, having a firstborn daughter might increase the probability of having a boy in your second pregnancy. I'm going to say true.
So that is kind of
Are these
true.
related at all, or-
But not related. This is the thing. Most pregnancy, well, not most, but barely, 51% of deliveries are actually male deliveries, right? So just by definition, you're more likely
Your
to have a
chances
boy
are
in
higher.
each pregnancy,
Yeah.
exactly. But having a girl in your first pregnancy does not increase the risk of having a boy in subsequent pregnancies. Now, there was, back in the 60s, there was a doctor that had he postulated that girl swimmers were a little bit different than boy swimmers. So certain things about your anatomy can make you more prone to have a boy or a girl, but that has been found not to be true. But just statistically speaking, most deliveries are boy deliveries. So if you had a girl the first time around, you're likely to have a boy, a little bit more so the second time around.
Okay. And it's funny because when everybody was sending in these questions yesterday, I was looking at the name and it was me sending them all in.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Because I am expecting again.
I knew it.
Idris literally said that yesterday.
Yes, I said I think Mark, but you never asked a lady. I said you think she's pregnant.
I knew it's the worst kept secret of all time. My husband and I are expanding our family.
Congratulations.
We are having a boy. And so we're due in September, but the two of you were so kind to help us reveal with Parsons, my daughter, the first time around. And so I wanted to flip the script
Nice.
and surprise you guys this time
You
around.
literally said that yesterday.
I
And
asked.
so the three of us took these pictures yesterday with the sonogram, and my daughter cried the whole time. But anybody who's a parent, that's just
That's
that's just reality,
Have to
right?
get over it.
So we're very excited. I know
Congratulations.
not with boys, so please give me your words of wisdom.
Let me tell you, with boys
And
and
having
girls,
multiples, too.
changing diapers, you gotta protect yourself.
Yes,
Cover. That is a main thing with boys.
Look out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look
out. And if you have white walls, clean couch, clean carpet, forget about
Say
it. That's
goodbye.
going to win the dodo bird.
Yeah.
Do not potty train them until you absolutely have to, because once they start having to use that
Oh,
toilet,
my God. It's a mess.
It's a mess. And then going from, 1 to 2, and I think not even just a doctor question, a parent question. You're like, how will I love another so much? And it just
You do.
happens.
It is so
But-
funny. When my wife was pregnant with our second one, I felt guilty. Like, I'm not going to love this girl as much as I love my son. But it's amazing. Like, you do. You love them just as much. And then your third, your fourth, and your fifth market, because you can have 5, right?
Oh,
It's just-
I don't know about you. Each have 5, so
Yes,
you know.
we do. Yes, we do. Bad life choices.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bad life choices.
Bad life choices.
Oh my gosh. Well, and my dad was telling me the other day. He was like, the love is not a division; it's a multiplication.
multiplication.
And it's so
So-
cool to watch them together.
It is. It
Yeah,
really
to be
is.
best friends. I love having a sibling. We're so excited for her, but I wanted to share in this moment with you two
congratulations. I'm so
specifically.
happy.
It might have been the worst secret of all time, but anyway, I can stop sucking in now on the desk and wearing these bulky blazers. Thanks for sharing in my good news with me
Congrats.
and my excitement. Thank you both. To have your real medical or health questions answered on the show, find Dr. I and Dr. J on social media at the Twin Doctors _ or their website.